Hello and welcome everybody to the Human Reignition project. So, last episode we learned that Kyo is a notorious thief, the boss is a douche, and also that Ken probably at some point, maybe, I don't know, will steal the girl of his friend Kyo. Seems possible, I don't know. Anyway, before I speculate more, I'll just go on playing. I've actually developed a system. You look over the inventory and get a feel for what is selling. If there's some unfortunate candy that doesn't get any love, you take a few to balance the shelves. If you take more than one, or if it is expensive, you leave money roughly equivalent to its value in the register. Roughly. I think of it as an employee perk, seeing how boss never pays us anything he doesn't have to. Why should he pay us anything he doesn't? This can is my code, my honor among thieves, my own personal Magna Carta. Do you know what the Magna Carta is? It has, okay, no historical discussions, because nobody will get that anyway. Just don't get caught on my shift or I'll get fired too. No need to worry, I'm always careful. We're an awful workforce. I don't know why anyone would hire one of us, much less both. So, I saw Setsuna again the other day. Congratulations. She was still talking about that thing at the convention center. Honestly, I want to go. Oh. Really, you want to go? And film her making an idiot of herself. Ah, there we go. Okay. I could put it online. The internet is way worse in the future than it is already. You even put your actually, everyone does that these days. Even with friends, so... Who am I to judge crazy people? What about your shift? I don't think boss is going to show up that day. And I have my good friend Can to cover me. That is my day off. Oh. He thinks for a moment, then brushes the problem aside. I'll figure something out. Are you just... not opening the store? No, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. The thing will only be like an hour or so. Worst case, I'll just close up, take my lunch break early, and check it out. You know it's a scam, right? You're full of it, man. Even if it is a scam, all I have to do is not fall for it. So relax. I'll take a leisurely lunch break, see what's up, and be back before anyone realizes I'm gone. You can rest easy on your day off, knowing old reliable Kyo is at the helm. Somehow, I am not reassured. Fine. But whatever happens, I'm not coming in on my day off. So he is coming in on his day off. My ringtone drags me out of a good night's sleep. It's boss. I bet I know exactly what it is about. Where the hell is Kyotaro? I am not sure what you mean, boss. He isn't there? I stopped by the store to check on him. What is the first thing I notice? The door is locked, the lights are off, and nobody is there. Maybe he's on break. It's 8 in the goddamn morning. We just opened an hour ago. No one takes breaks that early. I don't know what you want me to do, boss. I want to know where the bastard is, or how to get in touch with him. I'm opening up, but I want him here now. This is unacceptable. I have his info. I can try calling him. Already did. His phone is off. I still think I can get in touch somehow. Leave it to me, boss. He sighs loudly through the receiver. Look, just bring him in. I need him working. Will do, boss. I'll go find him in the city and bring him in. On my day off. My voice trails off as I finish my sentence. What? You need to speak up. Anyway, just bring him in. The line goes dead. Asshole. I knew Kyo's plan wouldn't work, but he's still technically my friend, and I would feel bad letting him take all of Boss' flake. The wrath of Boss might just be manageable with both of us there. I wipe my eyes and knead my face. Knead? Oh, K-N-E-A. Okay, I thought K-N-E-E. That would be a strange morning ritual. This always happens. Kyotaro runs out and does something stupid. Then I have to clean up after him. I reach into my nightstand and pull out my emergency bag of ambrosidone. Still didn't look up what that is. Then stumble to the bathroom sink, cradling it in my hand. I dump the entire bag into a glass and fill it up with water. I've never actually had this much before, but hey, what could go wrong? It tastes even worse than usual. I spit it into the sink a couple of times and take a deep breath to keep from throwing up. I start getting the feeling this is really a drug. Once my stomach settles, I brush my teeth and grab some cleanish clothes from the heap in the corner. Done dressing, I open the small case on the sink and gently stick my contact over my eye. 8 in the morning. Yeah, of course in the morning. 8, 9, okay. I bring up the time with a phone connection to make sure it's working. Satisfied, and with the last of my essentials gathered, I lock up and head out the door. Destination: Convention Center. Each step pumps the ambrosidone into my system. I'm feeling woozy, like I could fall over at any moment. You got this, Ken. You've got this. You can do this. No one will notice anything. Probably not if you're already stumbling around. I stand outside the convention center, squinting through the glare of ice and glass. A man in a suit is beside me. He pulls out his phone with hands the size of tiny apples. I laugh at him. Nice phone. I laugh again and he scuttles off, his hands expanding the further he goes. Maybe at the horizon he'll pick up the city and shake us all loose like coins. Yeah, he definitely had too much. The convention center is like a blooming flower of glass and stone. I can't go in. There aren't the proper number of support columns. Not close to the proper number. What if an engineer forgot them? Or what if the guy who built skimped on them to save money? It would be just like the fat cat bankers who built buildings to put the public at risk for a couple more dollars. I can't go in. I don't want to die in an explosion. Kyo, yeah, Kyo is here. I'll have to risk it. I can't let Kyo blow up. Oh, Jesus. Also, the music is indicating what is going on in his head. There are people here, in the lobby. Wow, the anti-technology nut drew in a crowd. I should learn more about his cult before the main event. Could be dangerous. Oh Jesus, is he going to be screwed out of something because he is dropping balls right now? I slink toward a woman who is texting on a sofa. I stumble, pulled by the sideways gravity. I pretend to inspect the table so I can peek at her phone. What do you want? Just act natural. I'm not on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I continue whispering the phrase under my breath. The woman hurries away, down a corridor, past the whiteboard. It says directors. No, directions. In big blue block letters at the top. Below that is a mess of tiny text. The promised directors. I glide over. Colors shift and melt. Letters jump at random. I squash my eyelids with the heels of my palms and squint, commanding the letters to stop. Yeah, I don't think that works like that. I'm looking for room 010. No, room 1010. Room 101. It is the main convention hall, 2 floors to the left and 1 to the right. Simple. Ah, so you can remember that, but you're already okay. Okay. 15 hours later, I stumble into the main convention hall. There is a crowd. Biggest I've seen in forever. I try to pick out Kyotaro and Setsuna, but the light are flickering, like a strobe. I grip a nearby chair to steady my shaking knees. Boiling fluid gushes up my throat, carrying the putrid powdery residue of ambrosidone. I'll stay. By the time this black ritual ends, I'll be sober enough to find Kyotaro and Setsuna in the thinner crowd. The padded pleather seat makes an airy squeak when I sit. Judging eyes turn my way, but a stir of voices has them to turn back. A man skips to the podium. You look actually like a professor, not like someone who wants to sell me something. He's short, squirrely. His hair is unkempt and his face is deeply wrinkled. He's like a cartoon of himself. I shut my eyes and concentrate on his reedy little voice. My name is Kojo Shimura. I grit my teeth and groan with the crowd as shrieking feedback fills the assembly hall. This time I nearly can't hold back the vomit. Even if he's going to rant about the evils of technology, I wouldn't kill him to learn to use a microphone. 2 decades ago, this was a school. But with our shrinking population, it was closed, and its students forced into online education. It was not alone. Today, 98% of students are educated online. Yeah, I don't think this will happen in the very near future, but okay. Maybe that is why our birth rate continues to plunge and depression spreads like a plague. Okay, hold on a second. I know politics. I know people who talk about politics. Maybe is not a word they know. Really. Maybe, say maybe in front of a crowd and you lost. Actually, you have to lie to people that people believe you. In politics, at least. Actually, in general, it's pretty strange. Say maybe and they think, he doesn't know anything. And you're done. And you're done. The policymakers missed the reason our population shrunk to begin with. Technology! I throw my hands over my eyes with a whimper. Encouraging the spread of technology only hasted social decline. I slip backward through the floor, into darkness. Kojo's word hammered down around me, distorted like I'm underwater. Time and space stretch endlessly, while white comets flicker past my peripheral vision. What is your best friend's eye color? When was the last time you even saw your best friend? In person. Raise your hands and be honest now, how many of you are on your contracts, checking your best friend's eye color? That is on the contacts? Several hands go up, meekly at first. The man beside me has 6 fingers. You should see someone about that. Online, you control how others see you. When a relationship becomes inconvenient, it can be discarded and never resumed. This makes relationships cheap, shallow, and expendable. A flurry of wind streams through the hall, then flies into me. I sit stupefied, realizing I'm mind-stuck in a physical cage. Stuck with sweat and gasping for air, I snap back into the hall. It's ironic, but now that we are always connected, we are communicating less than ever before. I have some hypothetical questions for you. When we interact with people we don't hear or see directly, do we think of them as people? And if we've trivialized conversation to the point of automatic responses, are we truly communicating? Good questions. I mean, it is true to a point via communicating online and stuff like that. You sometimes tend to not take people as people. You see that by, harsh arguments on the internet and stuff like that, Nobody would yell at some random person like he does on the internet in real life, On the other hand, I think that doesn't really count for real personal relationships, like you don't do this with friends and stuff like that, and with people you actually care about. So I don't know. Does this really trivialize relationships in general? I don't think so. I massage my eyes and smack my lips. Ambrosidone's passing high always feels like liquefied happiness evaporating off the top of my brain, Jesus. There is sometimes also the jet black dread that I will never be happy again, oozing like tar down my throat into my core. I would even go so far as to say, Mr. Shimura. My eyes flick open in time to catch a hand shoot up from the front. A girl around my age stands up, wearing an outfit at least a decade out of date. Light rolls off her hair like a wave. Kojo is fine. Okay. Kojo, you are ignoring the benefits of modern communication. Phones and computers change how people talk, it's true. But talking electronically is still talking. I appreciate your expertise and perspective, Miss Kanzaki. Senri Kanzaki. Miss Kanzaki. Many people are so absorbed in digital communication that they forgo direct contact in favor of a more controlled environment. And I'm not denying it. I'm saying it's not a problem. Even if it was, I doubt that technology can ever stop face-to-face communication. Well, I appreciate the input and your obvious passion for the subject. In fact, it brings me to the next point. This sort of open debate is exactly the kind of direct contact I believe society is lacking. Two strangers discussing something passionately. It has become so rare, and is exactly what I hope to encourage. It is the thrill of speaking to people outside of our circles that really brings us together and exemplifies the true beauty of humanity. And that, Miss Kanzaki, is something which cannot occur outside of direct conversation. He coughs and glances at his watch. Why don't we take a short break? We'll meet back here in 15 minutes. The audience stands, as with my stomach tearing itself apart, I take the opportunity to find a bathroom. That was pretty interesting. First of all, his tactic was pretty clever. He kinda took her point and turned it around on herself a little bit, you know? He used her speaking up against her. You see what I'm talking about? So it's clever, but I guess he really didn't say anything about her point, you know. He only turned around what she did, but did not say something about what she said, actually. That's very politician-like, you know. That's actually kind of smart, but not actually something you should do. I wipe my sleeve over my mouth, scraping off the last flecks of vomit, and emerge into the lobby. A check of my contact has me wince at how much time has passed. The lecture wasn't gripping, but the Ambrosi Dome ruined my sense of time. I lean against the wall outside the hallway and cross my arms. By tilting my head toward the floor, I can hopefully hide that I'm coming down from a high. I scan the people coming by, but I can't see Kyotaro or Setsuna. Then the flow of people stops. The blonde girl who took charge of the talk is standing in the mouth of the narrow hallway. Oh, maybe the scene in the beginning has something to do with his drug abuse? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know how his Ambrosi Dome works. She's staring at her phone with a quiet intensity, ignoring or unaware of the dirty looks she's getting from the crowd forming behind her. An older man looked like he's about to speak, but then barges past her. The rest of the crowd follows. She still doesn't look up. She was further inside the room than I was. Could she have seen Kyotaro? I'm not thrilled by the prospect of talking to her, but it's worth a shot. She doesn't look up as I move closer, so I reach out and tap her on the shoulder. Yeah! She jumps like I shocked her with a taser. Her hand flies up and hovers over the place where I touched her. What? It's such a weird reaction that for a second I wonder whether this was a good idea. Hey, I'm looking for someone. He's my height, and he has got black hair. Have you seen him? No. I wait for her to say more. She doesn't. Oh, well, thanks anyway. It was a long shot, but I was expecting more than that. Maybe she's mad about getting shut down in the lecture. I return to the crowd, but it really does seem like Kyotaro isn't here. I guess he could have gone to the bathroom, but then why? There's a tuck on my shirt. Hey! Surprised, I look back around. Whoa! A pair of golden eyes push towards my face, close enough that I can make out individual eyelashes. I can't. Ugh! I step back and throw up my hands like a protective barrier. What are you doing? I knew it. Not that I mind, but you should wear sunglasses or something. What? Your eyes. There is no way that is natural. When the words sink in, I scramble to pull out my phone and check my reflection. She is right. It's like I just flicked on the lights at midnight. You should be careful. People don't like people who do drugs. Though I don't really care. I pocket my phone and look back at her. Even after figuring me out, she doesn't seem angry or disgusted. Just pleased with herself. It's only Ambrosi Dome. It's not illegal. I can't help but avoid eye contact. Oh, that stuff. You know about it? It sounded interesting, so I checked it out. Isn't it a little hypocritical for someone who can find it to be at an anti-technology convention? So, has that something to do with technology? Maybe it's some chemical thing, not like a natural thing, like weed or something, I don't know. I have actually no idea about drugs, and I'm not like, oh my god, I'm on the internet, I can't tell people I have an idea about drugs. I have no idea about drugs. She's one to talk. Still, if she's not going to out me for walking on an legal knife edge, then I'm happy to play along. You think I want to be here? I just need to find my co-worker before he gets fired. Oh, so you're not one of these anti-tech morons. Did you just show up, or were you here for Kojo's talk? I was here. I think. The hallucinations got pretty realistic. What did you think? I stopped myself from blurting out that I didn't care. If she was willing to argue with Kojo, then she probably has strong views on this, and I don't have time for an argument. Well, it's like you said, technology is hardly destroying face-to-face communication. We're talking now, right? Exactly. Which means there are two possibilities here. Either Kojo is an old man throwing a fit because things aren't like they were back in the good old days, or he's more sinister. One of those conmen looking to brainwash people into joining a cult and living on a farm where everyone has 12 wives. Or I think she suits him. They can get a couple. She's also very dickish right from the start. So someone can't have a different opinion from you and either be a fucking stupid old man or some strange cult man? Jesus. This future sucks. That doesn't sound so bad. I'm kidding. That sounds pretty bad. Oh. The problem is, I can't figure out which he is. When I ripped into him back there, he actually seemed interested in having a discussion. It's freaking me out. I don't know why he let me get away with it. Maybe he just wanted an excuse to talk to a pretty girl. Maybe he just has a different opinion, likes to talk about opinions. I don't know if that exists in your world. Why did I say that? I'm going to go and keep a low profile until I have figured him out. Good luck finding your co-worker. She walks off before I have a chance to say goodbye. What a weirdo. The very picture of overthinking things. Having seen Kojo with his nervous smile and stupid bow tie, it's hard to believe he's really being a scam artist. Well, it doesn't matter what his agenda is. Just all the more reason to find Kyotaro and get out of here. Speaking of which, I spot him a few feet away, working his way through the crowd. I move to intercept him. Oh hey Ken, guess I got caught, huh? You could say that. Boss is pissed. Crap, he showed up? Yeah, for once. You have terrible luck. And by extension, so do I. If you hurry, he might not fire you. Damn, and I wanted to see the rest of this thing. Yeah, I know. He helps me push through the crowd toward the entrance. You seriously want to stay for more of that? I don't know, man. The guy seemed alright. I must have missed something. Nah, it's all in the subtleties. Ah, okay. I bet he was doing everything not to just blow up at that girl. I was hoping if it happened a second time that he'd go nuclear and just freaked out. Really? I thought he handled her pretty well, he really did. Considering she's probably touched in the head. Oh, you're really... oh well. She was a real looker though. You're one to talk. What will Setsuna think? Hey man, you've got me all wrong. I'm a lone wolf on the prowl. A lovable rogue. I'm not about to settle down with just one person. Besides, Setsuna's just my running buddy. You don't even like running. Ken, how could you? You know I love the outdoors. I know you can't wait to get out of the doors at work. That is why we have a problem, remember? Alright, let's get out of here. You owe me for this, you know that, right? Yeah. The lobby empties as people head back inside. There's a flash from the corner of my eye, and a second later, Setsuna's beside us. Hey Ken, I didn't know where you were here. Are you guys coming back in? Nah, sorry. Wait, you're leaving? Kyo forgot his work obligations. Again? You know you forgot your phone too. I've been texting you on and off for over an hour. That would explain why you conveniently ignored boss's calls too. Wait, why did you keep texting me if I didn't respond the first time? I don't know. I thought you were just a slow texter. I might just be a little stubborn too. Hey, I bet Ken has his phone. He's responsible, unlike some people. I'd rather stay out of it, but yes, I have my phone. Yeah, that's the way to stay out of it. Can I see it for a sec? Huh? Sure, I guess. I hand her my phone. It's nothing special, but I shield it from what horrors I can. Just a minute. And... there. Now if this idiot goes and loses his phone, I can call someone reliable to find him. So, we're gonna steal her, don't we? Well, he said he's not interested, but I don't believe. Do you believe that he's not interested in her? I don't believe that. Seems so unlikely. What am I, his secretary? You know, he needs the help. True enough. Still, as I pocket my phone, I can't help but feel she's warmed up to me awfully quickly. Lucky you, Ken, getting a girl's phone number so easily. I'm ecstatic, believe me. Can we go now? Sure. Later, Setsuna. Hey, if you get fired, I'll take your job. They won't even miss you. Okay. I guess we can stop it here. So, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next part, where Kyotaro probably will get his ass handed to himself by the boss. If you want to see that, come back. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.